close that door.
Okay.
3, 2.
Nah, leave it open. There's always room for more.
Hey, peace, and welcome back to the Divinity Podcast. I'm your host, Divinity, now newly the Pod MC, okay? Now, Rakim likes to call himself the God MC, which he is. Shout out to him. So if Rakim is the God MC, me, I'm the Pod MC. Get it? Now, this is episode 5 entitled, There's Still Something About V. And I named it that way because I wanted to piggyback off of season 1, episode 5, which was entitled, There's Just Something About V. And in doing so, I always tell you that I reflect, I listen on the old episodes just to see where the mindset was. Now, before we get into all of that, I want to give a very, very special shout out to my auntie who turned 50. And I love you so much. Happy birthday. Thank you. Thank you so much for being such an influential person in my life. And knowing you has made my life so much more richer. Thank you for helping my mama. Thank you for helping my dad. Thank you for helping me with my shorty. I love you so much. Dang. And now that that's out the way, let's get into the episode. Now in season 1, episode 5, we talked about those what the heck was I thinking moments. We also talked about suicide. And we also talked about abuse. So I kind of wanted to piggyback off of that because this is a reflection of my life and the walk that I am on. And originally, I used to say that Divinity was the daughter that I always wanted. But now I'm learning that Divinity is actually the friend that I always needed. And one thing about a good friend, a great friend, is they always show you, they always make you aware of the things that you weren't aware of, that you just couldn't see. So I want to take the time out to kind of thank me. Now in this episode, I like to talk about the things our mother used to warn us about, right? And when that happens, it's like a catch-22 because it's like, wow, mama was always right, but I thought she was wrong. Kind of like that double-edged sword. So when mama warned us about that phony friend that she picked up the bad vibes off of, like, no, she can't come in my house. Nah, she means you no good. I could feel it, I could sense it. And we used to look at our mothers and be like, Ma, what are you talking about? But was she right? Absolutely. Another thing mama used to warn us about was our partners. She would tell you like, oh no, baby, I love you, but I don't think that person's right for you. And I know that you like love and you love people for who they are. But I'm your mother and I know best. And I don't think that that's right for you. And even in all of that, yet and still, here we are. Mama warned us, but we made it. And we survived. And we're trying our very best to piece us back together. And it's getting harder and harder the way society is set up, right? It's hard trying to stay me in a world full of no reciprocity and baddies who earn riches from likes and tricking. Oh, no. I won't knock the hustle, but that just ain't me. Pod MC. I'm trying to stay me in a world full of pretenders. A bunch of pretentious people who are quick to show off material things because somehow that equates status. That just ain't me. The Pod MC, please don't sweat the technique. And I'm still trying to stay me in a world full of people who, no matter what you do, They have an incredulous grasp on the hold of who you used to be, the old you. And you that no longer exists. Like, please, God forbid, you actually change for the better. Cop a grill and a Coogee sweater. But that just ain't me. Pot 'em see. And this is just things that Mama used to warn us about. And here we are as adults just trying to survive this thing we call life. And in order for us to grow, sometimes we just gotta let it go, right? And another thing we need to let go of, I'm learning, is that thing we like to hold on to, which is our pride. Mama used to teach us the things about reconciling, making amends. But how can you do that if pride still lives in you? If you still holding on to the weight of what could have been, of what would have been? So I ask you, does pride reside in you? Because in order to make amends, we just have to put that to the side and do what's best for us to grow. Okay? Now, too often we are conditioned to think that we can fix people when the person we need to really fix is ourselves. Steady trying to prove our value to people who aren't used to exquisite things. Don't hurt them. It only hurts us. So I'm trying to figure out, what space are we in right now? I'm taking the time to acknowledge that you are human. Absolutely. And you deserve the right to resent anything that hurts you. But in order for you to get past that, you gotta let that pride go. Give yourself space to grow. And it's okay, I created this podcast so you can take your time around me. There's no rush. Because just like you, I'm learning too. Right? And a lot of times people like to put me in a box, and this is just as an example. They put me in this box because I do this podcast for you and me. Because as you grow, I grow. And this is self-love. This is a journey. And because I do this, they like to tell me that I can't get angry. Oh, you wildin' right now. But I'm human. And I deserve the right to feel whatever I feel. Right? So with that being said, I want you to understand that when you try to force things, when you make somebody try to see the person that you are instead of just loving you, it will drain you. And I understand that pride is one of those things that we should have when we're doing something, a big accomplishment, right? You just got that big promotion. You just made the track that you've been waiting to do all your life. Whatever it was, whatever feat you accomplished, absolutely take pride in that. I'm not knocking you for that. But when it comes to making things right, we got to be able to just check ourselves and know that when you're doing these things, it's not for closure. It's not for whatever everybody else says it is. It's just for you. Because in order for you to grow, you got to let it go. And understand that in growth, it's uncomfortable. It challenges you. And this is why I created this, because there's still something about me that I need to change too. And I invite you here because I thought that you would understand where I am in this walk of life. And with that being said, I hope that on this journey, me and you together, that it is a safe space, that we can take our time, because I love you. You are my equal. We're in this thing together. And just because you might not fit in everybody else's category, what you see on the internet, what you see in real life, understand that it's all a facade. It's smoke and mirrors. And just be you. And when you're being you, everything you need will just flow. And you will grow. And it is for you. There's no pretending. There's no changing who you are unless it's for the better. Right? And I just love you. I just want to understand that you are who you are. I am who I am. Because that's just the way it should be. Right? Now, my job is to feed you. And how you digest it, that is personal. Repeat, personal. But as for me, and as for mine, it's always forward. Forward always. Until next time. Peace. Hey, you can be you. You can be you. You are safe with me, baby. You can be you. Talk to me. Hey, talk to me. Talk to me. Talk to me. Talk to me.